Welcome student of the 12th science subject chemistry. This is the online lecture for chapter number 5. Name of the chapter is electrochemistry. This is lecture number 3. My name is K.V. Pawar and I am from HPT Arts and RYK Science Junior College, Nasik. In this lecture, now we are going to see the topic, that is the relationship between the molar conductivity and degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte. We know molar conductivity as just we have studied, that is the lambda, and we already studied the degree of dissociation, that is alpha. The relationship between this alpha and the lambda is given by a simple equation, that is alpha is equal to lambda c upon lambda 0. This lambda c is the molar conductivity of weak electrolyte at concentration C, and this lambda 0 is the molar conductivity of weak electrolyte at 0 concentration. This is a very simple relation. So based on this relationship, now we will see the one problem which is a solved problem from your textbook. See the problem. The molar conductivity of 0.01 molar acetic acid at 25 degrees Celsius is 16.5 per ohm centimeter square per mole is given. Then calculate its degree of dissociation in 0.01 molar solution and dissociation constant if molar conductivity of acetic acid at 0 concentration is 390.7 per ohm centimeter square per mole is given. आता या न्यूमेरिकलमध्ये आपल्याला काय कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे तर डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन अल्फा. आपण आत्ताच पाहिलं की देर इज अ रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन अल्फा अँड द मोलर कंडक्टिव्हिटी दॅट अल्फा इज इक्वल टू लॅम्बडा सी अपॉन लॅम्बडा 0. लॅम्बडा सी मीन्स द मोलर कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन at the given molar conductivity at given concentration, and that is what 16.5. Lambda 0 is the molar conductivity at 0 concentration and it is given 390.7. By putting these two values we can calculate alpha, which is equal to 0.0422. From this, now we have to calculate dissociation constant. The dissociation constant is Ka, and we know that Ka is equal to alpha square C upon 1 minus alpha. So from this equation we know the value of alpha and we know the value of C. By putting these values we can calculate the Ka as 1.85 into 10 raised to 5. So this is the dissociation constant. So this is very simple numerical and we can calculate by the given relationship alpha is equal to lambda c upon lambda 0. Now we are going to see the topic, that is the cell constant. The term cell constant is equal to L upon A. Now what is this L? This L is the length of the separation between the two electrodes of the cell. L is the length between the two electrodes and divided by A is the area of the cross section of the electrode, and this is called as cell constant. When we calculate cell constant, we can calculate the conductivity K by the equation cell constant upon R. So this is a very simple relationship between the cell constant and the conductivity K. So if we want to measure the conductivity of the solution, then we can measure the conductivity of the solution by this equation. To measure or to determine the conductivity of the solution from the resistance of the solution, and that is measured by the Weston bridge experiment. We can measure the conductivity by measurement of the resistance from Weston bridge. Now for this, first we see what is the conductivity cell. See in the figure, this conductivity cell consists of a glass tube with 2 platinum plates, and these are coated with the platinum black, and they are dipped into the solution or into the acid. So this conductivity cell is whole dipped in a solution which is placed in a beaker, and this solution of which we are going to determine the resistance. So the given solution of which we are going to determine the resistance is placed in the beaker, and into that a conductivity cell is placed, and then from this we'll determine the resistance which is measured by the Weston bridge. So see the experiment, how to determine the resistance from the Weston bridge experiment. For this determination, first we have to see the 3 steps. The determination of the conductivity from the resistance is taking place into 3 steps. The first step is determination of the cell constant. Now, how the cell constant is determined? We have just seen the cell constant is the L upon A. Cell constant we have just seen. So that cell constant is now determined from this Weston bridge experiment. For that, we have to arrange the Weston bridge over here. See, this is the length AB, which is provided by the AC current over here, and in this length AB the resistance are connected in the series. This RS is a known resistance, and in the series of this resistance, in one arm the conductivity cell is placed. So this conductivity cell which is placed, it is dipped in a solution of which that solution is of the KCl solution, and of that we are going to determine first the cell constant. So from this arrangement, now we are going to see that this is the uniform, AB is the uniform wire. Then this, I said this resistance which is a known resistance, and then this is the D is the detector where the current is get detected. Then F is a sliding key which slides over this wire length AB. So when this slider, that is the F, is slide over the wire or moves along the wire AB, then a point came where there is no deflection of the current in the detector. So that is a zero deflection. There is no deflection in the detector, means this is a zero deflection, no current flows, and that current where there is no deflection, that point, not current, that point is called as the null point. So we have to detect the null point by sliding the key along the wire AB, and we have to obtain the point, null point, and that null point is named as C. That null point is named as C. So, after the determination of that null point, then we are going to calculate the resistance of that KCl solution. Resistance of the KCl solution. How that resistance is going to be calculated? That is according to the Weston-Bridge principle. What is the Weston-Bridge principle? That is the resistance of that solution divided by length AC. Now we know the length AC. We can measure the length AC by knowing the null point at C. It is equal to the Rx. Rx is a known resistance which is placed in the series of the Weston-Bridge and divided by the length BC. So this is the Weston-Bridge principle from which we can determine R of the solution. R of the solution means resistance of the given solution. It is equal to length AC upon length BC into Rx, that is the known resistance. So in this way, from this principle, by measuring the length AC and BC, we know the length AC and we know the length BC because we got the null point at C. And knowing the value Rx because this Rx is a known resistance. Resistance of KCl solution can be calculated. So by calculating the R of the solution, means the resistance of the KCl solution, then we can calculate the cell constant, and that cell constant is equal to K conductivity of KCl into R of the solution. Now this cell constant can be calculated as we know the conductivity of the solution, and we have just calculated the resistance of the solution from the Weston-Bridge principle. So by putting the values in this equation, then we can calculate cell constant. So in the first step of this Weston-Bridge principle, we can calculate cell constant. Now the second step of this experiment is determination of the conductivity of given solution. Now we are going to calculate the conductivity of a given solution, means the solution of which we don't know the conductivity. So to determine the conductivity of that given solution, what we have to do? We have to do the same as we have done in step number 1. What we have done in step number 1? In step number 1, we have placed a KCl solution of known conductivity in a beaker, and in that solution we dipped cell, that is a conductivity cell, to measure the resistance of that KCl solution. Now we want to measure the conductivity of the unknown solution. So what we have to do? We have to place that unknown solution in the beaker of which we are going to measure the conductivity. आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे बघा, आपण स्टेप 1 मध्ये काय केलं की आपण स्टेप 1 मध्ये KCl सोल्युशन घेतलं की ज्याची कंडक्टिव्हिटी आपल्याला माहिती होती. मग आपण कंडक्टिव्हिटी मेजर केली का त्याची? नाही. तर आपण काय मेजर केलं? आपण काय डिटरमाइन केलं? तर आपण सेल कॉन्स्टंटची व्हॅल्यू डिटरमाइन केली. सेल कॉन्स्टंटची व्हॅल्यू आपण कशी डिटरमाइन केली? तर आपल्याला सेल कॉन्स्टंटची व्हॅल्यू जी असते म्हणजे सेल कॉन्स्टंटची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला डिटरमाइन केली की जी आपण मग इतर सोल्युशनसाठी पण यूज करू शकतो. म्हणून अगोदर आपण सेल कॉन्स्टंटची व्हॅल्यू डिटरमाइन केली. त्यासाठी आपण KCl सोल्युशन घेतलं बिकरमध्ये आणि त्यात कंडक्टिव्हिटी सेल डीप केली आणि मग ती कंडक्टिव्हिटी सेल आपण वेस्टर्न ब्रिजच्या एका आर्ममध्ये कनेक्ट केली आणि इतर आर्ममध्ये काय होतं तर दुसरे रेजिस्टन्स होते आणि त्यात एक नॉन रेजिस्टन्स पण होता. आणि त्या वेस्टर्न ब्रिजच्या प्रिन्सिपलवरून आपण रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ द सोल्युशन डिटरमाइन केला. का केला आपण रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ द सोल्युशन डिटरमाइन? कारण आपल्याला सेल कॉन्स्टंट डिटरमाइन करायचा होता. सेल कॉन्स्टंट आपण कसा डिटरमाइन करणार? तर सेल कॉन्स्टंट आपण कंडक्टिव्हिटी ऑफ KCl इंटू द रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ द सोल्युशन या रिलेशनशिपवरनं आपण सेल कॉन्स्टंट डिटरमाइन करणार होतो. म्हणून आपण R ऑफ द सोल्युशन डिटरमाइन करून सेल कॉन्स्टंट डिटरमाइन केला. आता आपल्याला सेल कॉन्स्टंट माहिती आहे, मग आपल्याला सेल कॉन्स्टंट डिटरमाइन नाही करायचा आहे. तर आपल्याला ज्या सोल्युशनची कंडक्टिव्हिटी माहिती नाही आहे त्या सोल्युशनची कंडक्टिव्हिटी डिटरमाइन करायची असेल तर ते सोल्युशन KClच्या सोल्युशनच्या जागी टाकायचं. म्हणजे दॅट सोल्युशन इज प्लेस्ड इन द रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ द KCl सोल्युशन इन द बीकर. बीकरमध्ये ते सोल्युशन घ्यायचं आणि त्या सोल्युशनमध्ये कंडक्टिव्हिटी सेल डीप करायची आणि मग ती सेल डीप केल्यानंतर मग त्याच्यावरनं आपण R ऑफ द सोल्युशन डिटरमाइन करायचं. मग R ऑफ द सोल्युशन म्हणजे रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ दॅट सोल्युशन डिटरमाइन केलं आणि सेल कॉन्स्टंट आपण पहिल्याच स्टेपमध्ये डिटरमाइन केलेला आहे. तर या दोन कॅल्क्युलेटेड टर्म्सवरनं आपल्याला कंडक्टिव्हिटी ऑफ दॅट सोल्युशन कॅन बी कॅल्क्युलेटेड. आणि मग आपल्याला ही जी कंडक्टिव्हिटी आहे ऑफ द गिवन सोल्युशन कॅन बी डिटरमाइंड बाय द इक्वेशन K इज इक्वल टू सेल कॉन्स्टंट अपॉन R ऑफ द सोल्युशन. बघा अशा तऱ्हेने डिटरमाइन करायची. त्यानंतर मग आपल्याला त्या कंडक्टिव्हिटीवरनं मोलर कंडक्टिव्हिटी आपल्याला डिटरमाइन करता येते अँड दॅट इज व्हेरी सिम्पल विच इज गिवन बाय द रिलेशनशिप लॅम्बडा इज इक्वल टू 1000 इंटू K अपॉन C. बघा याच्यामध्ये Kची व्हॅल्यू टाकली, कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन माहिती आहे, त्याच्यावरनं आपल्याला लॅम्बडाची व्हॅल्यू काढता येते. सो इन दिस वे वी कॅन कॅल्क्युलेट द मोलर कंडक्टिव्हिटी by the determination of the conductivity of given solution by calculating the cell constant. बघा अशा तऱ्हेने वेस्टर्न ब्रिजमधनं आपल्याला कंडक्टिव्हिटी कॅल्क्युलेट करता येते. आता आपण नेक्स्ट टॉपिककडे वळणार आहोत अँड दॅट इज व्हॉट इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सेल्स. आता आपल्याला इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सेल्सचा स्टडी करायचा आहे की ज्यामध्ये ती सेल कशी कन्स्ट्रक्ट केलेली असते, त्याचं सेलचं वर्किंग काय असतं, त्याच्यात कशा रिॲक्शन्स होतात, ती सेल कशी रिप्रेझेंट होते, हे सगळं आपल्याला इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सेल्समध्ये स्टडी करायचं आहे. सो इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सेल कन्सिस्ट ऑफ व्हॉट? द टू मेटल इलेक्ट्रोड्स ऑर द कार्बन or the graphite electrodes which are dipped into the electrolytic solution or the ionic solution. Electrolytic cells are of two types. The one is electrolytic cell and the second one is the galvanic cell or voltaic cell. The first one is the electrolytic cell, which is very simple, that in which the non-spontaneous reaction takes place, and to force that non-spontaneous reaction we have to pass the electric current in the cell from the external source, and then by passing the electric current the reactions takes place. And so in this electrolytic cell the electric energy is converted into the chemical energy. And second is the galvanic cell, in which the spontaneous reactions takes place, and so there is no need to supply the electricity. The spontaneously the reaction takes place and the chemical energy is produced, which is converted into electrical energy. In this the anode is negative and the cathode is positive, while in electrolytic cell the anode is positive and cathode is negative. Thank you, student.